the real reason behind NVIDIA's $100 billion data center empire. How NVIDIA became the powerhouse of the AI age. NVIDIA started as a niche GPU maker, but today it powers the future of artificial intelligence. Its data center segment alone generated over $102 billion in fiscal 2025, accounting for 88% of total revenue. How did a graphics chip company become the beating heart of AI infrastructure? In this video, we'll reveal how NVIDIA built a fortress around AI computing, from its strategic hardware architecture to its unbeatable software ecosystem, massive economies of scale, and the visionary leadership that turned compute into capital. Each point unpacks why NVIDIA isn't just selling chips. It's controlling the infrastructure of intelligence itself. First, data center revenue, the unstoppable growth engine. By early 2024, NVIDIA's data center segment ballooned to $22.6 billion, representing 87% of its quarterly revenue. A stunning year-over-year growth of 427%. That's not just growth, it's dominance. By fiscal year 2025, NVIDIA's compute revenue reached over $102.2 billion, while networking added an extra $13 billion. These figures reflect not just quantity, but command. NVIDIA holds over 90% of the data center GPU market, and its GPUs are now foundational across cloud, enterprise, and AI platforms. From AWS to Azure, every major hyperscaler builds on NVIDIA's architecture, cementing its role as the de facto standard in large-scale computing worldwide. 2. Hardware mastery, Hopper, Blackwell, and the Ampere legacy. NVIDIA's leap in hardware began with the Ampere architecture and the A100 chip, its first true server-grade GPU. It delivered exponential performance improvements, enabling faster training and inference across AI, deep learning, and scientific research. The Hopper architecture followed, with the H100 delivering breakthrough capabilities like FP8 precision and optimized transformer operations. Now comes Blackwell, its most advanced microarchitecture yet, redefining speed and energy efficiency for AI workloads. Each release isn't just an upgrade, it's a quantum leap. These chips power everything from ChatGPT to autonomous robotics, and they become essential tools for the AI race. 3-point CUDA, the fortress of software dominance. What makes NVIDIA truly unbeatable is not just hardware, it's the CUDA software stack. Launched in 2006, CUDA gave developers a unified platform for writing parallel code that runs on every NVIDIA GPU, from desktops to supercomputers. It integrates key libraries like CUDA for deep learning, TensorRT for inference optimization, and NCCL for multi-GPU scaling. Over time, it became a walled garden, too useful and too embedded to leave. Developers train models first on CUDA, cloud services are optimized for it, and rewriting millions of lines of code for other platforms? Nearly impossible. That's how NVIDIA created not just hardware loyalty, but software lock-in at scale. 4. Networking and infrastructure. Inside the data center, Stack NVIDIA's empire goes beyond GPUs. Its acquisition of Mellanox allowed it to build NVLink, InfiniBand networks, and Bluefield DPUs, all of which supercharge data center communication. These tools reduce latency, increase bandwidth, and accelerate AI pipeline throughput. With the rise of transformer models and LLMs, these bottlenecks became mission-critical. That's where NVIDIA stepped in, making high-performance networking a core pillar of its ecosystem. Bluefield DPUs offload security, storage, and compute tasks. InfiniBand clusters enable seamless GPU to GPU transfers. Today, NVIDIA's networking division generates over $10 billion annually, and it's just getting started as AI infrastructure evolves into more modular, software-defined architectures. 5. Financial momentum fueled by AI demand. NVIDIA's financial performance mirrors its technological dominance. In the third quarter of fiscal 2025, the company posted a record-breaking $35.1 billion in revenue, with $30.8 billion coming from data centers alone. That's a 94% year-over-year revenue increase overall, and 112% growth in its data center segment. Much of this boom is driven by AI investment from hyperscalers like Microsoft, Meta, and Amazon. OpenAI's massive data center in Norway is set to house over 100,000 NVIDIA GPUs by 2026. And with government incentives like the ABA boosting CapEx, NVIDIA is not just growing, it's compounding wealth. Its profit margins and reinvestment capacity are now in trillion-dollar territory. 6. The moat that keeps rivals behind NVIDIA's competitive edge doesn't rely solely on its raw hardware performance. It lies in what's built around it. While the world sees chips like the A100 or H100 as groundbreaking, the true moat lies in its software and developer ecosystem. At the heart of this is CUDA, the Compute Unified Device Architecture. It's a parallel computing platform that gives developers low-level access to GPU acceleration. And here's where NVIDIA locks in its dominance. Why? Because switching away from CUDA is not just a technical hurdle, it's a monumental shift. Imagine rewriting millions of lines of code, redeveloping entire workflows, retraining engineering teams, and then still trying to match CUDA's speed and efficiency. Alternatives like AMD's ROCm or open standards like OpenCL exist, but none offer the same depth of support, tooling, and ecosystem stability. Enterprises and researchers prefer to stick with what works. Developers have spent over a decade mastering CUDA, and entire AI and HPC stacks are built around it. Universities teach it. Enterprise infrastructures depend on it. This creates a high barrier to exit, keeping competitors like AMD, Intel, and even newer entrants at bay. The longer CUDA remains a cornerstone, the deeper NVIDIA's roots grow in the foundation of the AI economy. 7. Industry dive. AI giants who depend on NVIDIA. Today's most powerful AI applications all have one thing in common. They're running on NVIDIA infrastructure, whether it's OpenAI training massive language models, Microsoft building out Azure AI services, or Meta pushing the boundaries of generative vision. NVIDIA is at the center. From LLMs to deepfake detection, from diffusion models to real-time personalization, every AI breakthrough rests on GPU acceleration. Even Elon Musk, who plans to launch his own AI-focused company, xAI, has acknowledged the necessity of NVIDIA. He's publicly stated goals of acquiring tens of thousands of H100 GPUs and eyeing the newer Blackwell architecture to drive future performance gains. That's not just an endorsement, it's a market signal. Every serious player in AI needs NVIDIA to scale. It's not just the hardware. NVIDIA's infrastructure stack includes GPU virtualization, AI training frameworks, orchestration tools, and deep integration with cloud providers. For cloud giants like AWS, Google Cloud, or Microsoft Azure, NVIDIA GPUs are the backbone of AI service offerings. This dependence stretches from startups to trillion-dollar empires, and it's only growing. 8. New horizons. Generative AI, robotics, and beyond. NVIDIA's story isn't ending at data centers. Its vision is to become the operating system of intelligent machines, and that extends far beyond GPTs and cloud servers. The company is aggressively moving into generative AI, robotics, autonomous vehicles, and the industrial metaverse. Their platform Omniverse represents a virtual world simulation framework, enabling digital twins, industrial automation, and 3D collaborative workflows. It's already being used by companies like BMW for factory design and planning. This isn't just about rendering or graphics. Omniverse integrates AI models with physics simulations in real time. 9. Regulatory risks and competitive pressure. Yet dominance brings scrutiny. Geopolitical tensions delayed NVIDIA chip exports to China, but recent approvals for H20 GPUs reopened a massive market, with licenses for over 300,000 units being requested from TSMC. Critics warn NVIDIA's monopoly creates dependency, and that global power shifts may drive alternatives or regulation. But for now, the company remains firmly entrenched. The AI gold rush? Why NVIDIA is at its center. AI is no longer a niche. It's the future. Estimates suggest AI accelerators will account for 65% of all data center spending by 2030, with NVIDIA maintaining close to 80% market share. That makes NVIDIA not just a chip maker, but the backbone of global AI infrastructure. Rising demand across sectors ensures it remains central to every innovation wave: cloud, robotics, healthcare, transport, and beyond. NVIDIA is the engine behind AI. NVIDIA didn't just rise, it strategically built its way to the top. With unmatched hardware, deep developer tools, and complete ecosystem control, it has become the core of global AI infrastructure. From OpenAI to Meta, the biggest names rely on NVIDIA, not by choice, but by necessity. In the race for AI dominance, NVIDIA isn't competing, it's leading. If you found this video insightful, like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most powerful brands.